You know what my biggest peeve about buying rings is? Is that when you go in the store and you try it on, it fits perfectly. And then when you buy it and you come back home, it's too loose. Hey guys, welcome back. I am super excited about this episode because it features an item that I have been wanting to share with you guys for a super long time. It's an item that I purchased when I was in Spain, and it was an impulse purchase. I know I said I don't do impulse purchases, but I had not bought jewelry in such a long time that when I saw it, it was the first store I went into, and then I saw it and I was like, yep, I want this ring. So, oops, I already said it. Today's video is going to be about the unboxing and the review of I believe it's my very first purchase from this particular brand. And it is, are you guys ready for this? Let me give you a hint. It's the blue box, the coveted blue box that all of us gals want. No, it's not an engagement ring. It's Tiffany, but it is not an engagement ring. It is the Tiffany True T signature band ring. This was a ring that honestly I was not intending to buy at all. In fact, I had a very different ring in mind when I went into the store. And then I saw the ring, I tried it on, and I really loved it. And then I bought it, and then my problems began. So let's get started, first of all, with the unboxing, and then we're going to move on to the review.
So here I am outside the Tiffany store in Madrid, Spain. Their stores are so elegantly designed. And I'm also going to give you guys a quick look at the inside of the store. When my essay was packaging it, we're usually not allowed to film in stores, so I was not able to get a longer clip. And here we are back home. And oh God, look at this gorgeous blue packaging with that iconic bag, and then this box, which sets hearts aflutter. At least my heart was beating super fast, even though it was not an engagement ring, but still, it was the first time I was owning a piece of Tiffany jewelry for my own. And I'm undoing that gorgeous, gorgeous satin ribbon. And look at that. Yay, Tiffany & Co. It's that box. Okay, so here we go. And inside is going to be the beautiful ring. And we're going to open that in 1, 2, and 3. And there it is, the signature True T band.
Okay, so let's get started with the review of this ring. I'm going to show it to you guys. It's right here on my finger, on my index finger. So I've got this particular ring for my left hand because in my right hand I already have my Chaumet and Cartier stack. So for the left hand, I wanted to get a ring because it was looking so bare and sad next to the right hand. So I was like, I'm going to get a ring for this hand. And here's where my problem began, okay? So let me just show you up close first what it looks like. This is the band. It is basically the Tiffany T that is like alternating up and then upside down and then straight and upside down. So I'm going to show you close as well. This is what it looks like. You can see it's like the T's that go all the way around. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous band, and I absolutely love the design. And the problem is, like I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, is my weird hands, which have a way of like being so sneaky and deceptive. Oh my God. So I went into the store, right? There were 3 options to this ring. It comes in a skinny size, which is 3.5 millimeters. It comes in the medium size, which is this one, which is 5 millimeters. And then it comes in the largest size, which is, I believe, the 8 millimeter one. And that was like way too big for me. I don't like too big rings. I like this particular size. This one cost me, I know I put the prices up in dollars, but because I was in Spain, so I paid for it in euros, so it cost me about 1,800 euros. Okay, so I went in the store, I tried it on. I tried on this size and I tried on a bigger size. So the bigger one was obviously too loose. This one seemed to fit fine in the store. And here's the issue with Tiffany for me. Now, most of my jewelry is from French brands, right? So Van Cleef, Cartier, Chaumet, I'm familiar with their sizing because I've bought stuff from them and I've been to the store and I've tried on different rings. So I'm familiar with their sizing, and I know what my size is in those rings. Now, when I went to the Tiffany store, Tiffany is an American brand, so when I went to the store, their sizing was in like they were following the US sizing, which was like 4, 4.5, 5, and so on and so forth. And I'm used to the European sizing, which is like 48, 49, and so anyway, they did pull up a chart and they did do the comparison, and then they told me the equivalent of what my size was, and I tried it on and it seemed to fit fine, right? In the store, my test for checking if a ring fits fine is if it's snug at this point of the finger, then for me it's okay. If not, then it's too big for me. And this ring, this little was fitting fine in the store, right? So we paid for it, we got it wrapped, and I went home and yada yada yada. I'm gonna do the unboxing and everything. And our flight, by the way, was the next day back to Dubai. So and in my mind, I was like, okay, if it doesn't fit, right, I can always take it to the Tiffany store in Dubai. I have my receipt, and I just literally bought it, so I can just take it there and I can exchange it or I can return it and everything would be fine, right? Wrong. So Tiffany Policy, and I don't know yet if it's the same policy for Cartier and Van Cleef and Chaumet, but this was Tiffany Policy, is that if you buy a ring in a certain country, then you can only exchange and return the ring within that country, despite the fact that Tiffany is an international brand and has stores all over the world. Particularly in Dubai, they have like the ones that I know, 2 malls have like huge Tiffany stores. So anyway, the next day, while we were going to the airport, I put my ring on, my brand new ring that I was absolutely loving, and then this was happening. Do you see this? It's even happening now. It was moving up and down, up and down, up and down. And for me, that is like such an, why is it not fitting? Why is this happening to me? I tried it in the store. I spent like 20 minutes walking around with it. It was fitting fine. What? Why? Seriously. And look, this is the way I like my rings to fit normally. Okay, they're not moving. This is there we go. Nice, snug, but comfortable fit. Okay, and then this guy was just like moving all over the place. Look at this. Look. Oh, why was it doing this? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the mall, and I can just ask them to just size down a ring, or I can ask them to alter it. Okay, so I went to the mall, I had my receipts, I had my Tiffany bag, had the box, everything, right? And I went to the mall and I was like, I blah blah blah, I bought this ring. I told him the whole story, and she's like, she looked at my receipt and she was like, oh, you bought this in Spain? And I was like, yeah, but it's from Tiffany. This is a receipt. You can even call them up or email or whatever, to confirm. And she's like, yes, but our policy is that any item that is bought out of UAE, we cannot exchange or return or basically entertain you in any way or form. And I was like, wait, what? So I was like, okay, fine. You know what? Can you at least alter the ring for me? I just need you to make it a little bit tighter. And then she looked at the ring and she was like, no, ma'am, we cannot even alter this ring. And I was like, wait, why? And she's like, because this is not an engagement ring, meaning it's not a plain gold band. It's a very intricately designed band like this. We cannot alter it. We cannot make it smaller because it's going to affect the aesthetic of the design, right? Because they'll probably have to cut some parts out in order for them to make it smaller. And I was like, okay, so don't cut it, but you can add like a little gold, like those little balls that they add inside, like semicircle balls inside, which kind of make the ring snug. And she's like, no, sorry, we can't do that. And so I was just standing there like, oh God, I have an 1,800 euro ring that's not fitting me correctly. And I am the kind of person who's very, very, very finicky with, the way my jewelry fits and the way my clothes fit. And so I was like, oh, okay. I have to tell you, I was extremely disappointed and upset, and it honestly, it really put me off buying anything from Tiffany. And I know maybe that's like a very extreme reaction, but I just felt like literally I had, the ring was only 2 days old. I landed the next day, I went, right? And I was like, you know what, just the fact that they weren't willing to help me out in any way, it just really was like, I was like, because I've bought stuff from other brands. I bought stuff from Cartier. I bought my earrings, and I'm gonna do a review on these very soon and an unboxing as well, I promise. And these earrings were giving me like a hell lot of issues, but we'll talk about that later. And Cartier was very, very responsive. Again, maybe because I took them back to the same store that I had bought them from. Maybe if I would have purchased Cartier here and then I would have gone to the US and I would have tried to have them repair or alter or exchange, maybe I would run into the same problems. I don't know, I've never done this before, so I can only tell you from what my experience was. If any of you guys have bought like fine jewelry items and while you were on vacation and then you had some problem with them and you went back to the boutique in your your neighborhood, then how was your experience? Do let me know about it, because I was honestly very, very sad when I used to fix my ring. It was not a total loss because I can wear it here and this finger, because this finger is apparently bigger than my index finger. This is index finger, right? So this finger is apparently a little bit bigger than this finger, so it fits more comfortably here in the sense that it's not moving up and down, where it's basically where it's supposed to be. So if I wear it here, it stays. But I really wanted to have a stack on my middle finger, just like I have on my right hand. I wanted to have a stack here, and kind of like, I can't do that anymore now. So now I have to buy another ring for this hand to be able to build my stack here. And I'm more comfortable wearing rings on this finger than I am on this finger anyways. Anyway, I still love it. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous ring. But I just wish, it would have been easier for me to get it, get a size down. What I learned from this experience was, don't ever buy a ring when you're on vacation, particularly if you have a flight the very next day, and if you have like faulty fingers like mine that like to go up and down in sizes and completely confuse me and the jeweler, because then you will be stuck with it. Again, I'm just speaking from my own experience that I had with Tiffany. I don't know what the policies are for the other brands. If they have similar policies, I have no idea. So just, don't risk it. Just buy your jewelry from your local, store. And by that, I don't mean your local jeweler. I just mean buy jewelry from the store that is in your country. Or if you are planning to buy jewelry when you're on vacation and you have like weird fingers like me, make sure you have enough days afterwards. So if the need be, you can go and return and exchange it, okay? Because I'm just fortunate enough that this ring actually, I was able to make it fit in my other finger. Otherwise, if it would have been like big on every single finger, oh my God, I would have been so devastated. Before we finish, I have to show you guys what was in the box. So here is that gorgeous Tiffany blue box. Here is the Tiffany jewelry box, and then inside is this guy here, and the ring was resting on this one until I wore it. Here's a lovely white ribbon, and that's it. My receipt actually got misplaced after I came back from the Tiffany store. I was so upset that I couldn't exchange or return it. I think I don't know where I kept it. I didn't even care. I was like, damn, what's your point? You're not helping me, So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you have any comments, do put them down. I would love to read. I respond to almost every comment that I get. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye bye.